Hello guys and welcome back to Substance Football. In this video I've got a very special pair of boots that I will be unboxing and just giving you my first impressions on. And from the title of the video you already know what it is, but I know a lot of people kind of appreciate the whole kind of unboxing experience, so that's why I've kind of repackaged the boots for just the sake of the video. So as you can see, the boots come in a clear, very nice box. It's got this kind of matte black kind of texture to it, as well as this kind of, I don't know, I want to call it, I don't want to say transparent design, but you can see it's like kind of like this kind of glossy Puma branding across the boot, across the box, should I say. And yeah, so let's just get straight into it. So just as you can see on the side here, there's even got like this little ring hole for you to pull it out. So it's not like a normal folding box, but like a slide out box, which is even nicer. So as you can see, very nice, slide it off. And then here, this is not an arrow, guys. This is a vector, because Puma Ultra is all about speed. So arrows don't necessarily have speed; they're more about maybe the direction. But vectors, they have a velocity to them. So yeah, that is why we have a vector in this, and why this is a vector, sorry, and not an arrow. A little maths lesson for you there. So as you can see, the boots there's on top of the boots this folding card. But let's look at what it says. So just to zoom in here, it says again more branding. And then the other side, it talks about the sole plate. So you can pause and read that. And now the moment you've all been waiting for, the boots themselves. So let's just take a look at these. Wow. Especially the sole plate, just look at that. That's crazy. Now, according to ProDirect, this is supposed to be a special edition release, and it's supposed to only be 50 pairs worldwide. So since ProDirect said that, you have to add extra 2 zeros at the end of that 50. So there's probably around 5,000 of these flying around the world. But this, in terms of just first impressions, just looking at the boots visually, this is probably one of the most high-spec speed boots I've seen for a very, very long time. I think about Puma football boots, they've never always been like, maybe say like the more popular ones, like they're not as popular as the Mercurial or the X or the F50 for that matter, but they've always looked fast, like the Evo Speed, the V1s, the Ultras, they've always looked fast. And the graphics on the boot, I think, it's supposed to, well, the boot itself is supposed to be one of those collaborations between like Puma and Motorsport, which they've been doing for eons now. But this one I think is particularly done with, I want to say, Mercedes. I think that's what they were doing in some of the promotion for this boot before it was released, or as it was released. And the kind of graphics on the boot are supposed to be mimicking the, I think it's called, what's it called again? Flow Viz paint that you see on F1 cars. Now, this is the launch colorway, but when the more releases come out, they're going to be worn by like Antoine Griezmann, Kingsley Coman, Destiny Udogie, Nikita Paris, the list goes on. Now, just looking at the boots more in terms of like just specs wise, again, like I said, how they look fast, they look, they look very streamlined, look very snug, like they're going to be very snug. Another part that's usually neglected about football is the insole. Let me take the insoles out. So as you can see, it's nothing too spectacular. It's like normal flimsy foam insole, but like Puma's insoles, they usually have something called nano grip, so that's to help with like any kind of foot slippage. It's a really cool technology that they use on the insoles, but apart from that, there's nothing really too much going on here. Now, something very interesting about the boot is the heel. So as you can see here, you kind of see these kind of like flappy things. I guess they come out on the sides of the boot as well. I'm not too sure how I feel about this. It's a bit weird, but they don't really irritate you when you're on feet. So I think it's maybe just to highlight what you see here. I'll probably put like a better visual of it on camera, on screen. So in the heel, you have this kind of like foam padding, which is Ortholite, which they're a company that make this kind of patented foam, which is very good for like comfort and shock absorption. And then more about the boot in terms of like power tape. You have a power tape SQD frame inside the boots, so that's for like stability and lockdown inside the boots. But probably the most spectacular thing about this boot is this carbon fiber sole plate. So what Puma are calling it is the Speed System Carbon. And the studs that you can see here, like if you can see them, they're called fast track studs, which are supposed to be a bit better for like accelerating and braking efficiently when you're cutting and changing direction. So it's a bit of an odd stud configuration where you don't typically see 3 studs at the back. The only time I've really seen that, I think, is like on the last edition of the F50 before it was discontinued. These look scary. Puma said this is a FG AG outsole, but I don't know. I don't think I would even attempt to use these on AG. These look way too aggressive, but I'll never know until I find out. But that's in terms of tech specs. So let's move on to the on feet section of the video, so I get a better impression of how they fit on feet and like give you a recommendation on sizing if you're looking to grab a pair of these boots. The reason why I'm whispering is because I'm in my garden and people are having a barbecue, so I don't want to talk too loud. So guys, today we are in my garden because I can't be asked to go to a park to film. So I'm just going to show you how easy or hard it is to put these boots on. Well, I've tried them on before, but I just want to give you guys a good impression about the boots. Actually, no, before I start, I forgot to show you guys earlier. So on the boots, they come with this kind of warning sticker. Well, not warning sticker, but it said not to kind of bend them in a certain way because they are quite, I won't say they're brittle, but like, yeah, just be careful not to bend them too much in like an unnatural way. So yeah, now back to the trial. So now an aspect of the boot which I did mention earlier is that raised toe box that you can see. That you see a lot of the time with football boots, especially on speed boots as well, and that's just help with like lift off and accelerating, so that you get that extra momentum when you're taking off, when you're running, or etc. Really and truly, this is a athletic spike mixed with a football boot. This is a magnificent piece of modern engineering, if I don't say myself. But like, honestly, these look amazing. I myself am a speed merchant, so when my season starts with preseason, at least I can't wait to try these out properly. Starting off with the sizing, I'm wearing my usual 9.5 UK. I'd say for most people, you want to go half a size down, unless you like a little bit of room in the forefoot. I don't necessarily mind it. But as a compromise, there is a bit of heel slippage, but you know, a pair of grip socks will solve that quite easily. But yeah, comfort-wise and width-wise, I'd say these are, I have like slim feet for reference. I'd say these are quite neutral fitting. I wouldn't say they're super wide, but they're not super narrow either. So they might stretch as well because of the power tape. But in terms of comfort, they're not what I expected. Actually, a lot more comfortable than I thought they were going to be. Usually when you have like carbon fiber, and because of the stiffness of carbon fiber, your boots don't tend to be as comfortable when you first put them on. But these are up there in terms of one of the most comfortable speed boots I've ever put on. So yeah, that's really impressive from Puma. I didn't get to use the previous generation of the Puma Ultra, but these are incredible on feel already. They feel like I won't say, they feel quite plush, I'd say. They don't have like super like light thin upper, but it really kind of hugs your foot rather than like wraps around it, which is what I kind of prefer. So now in terms of like feel for the ball, I wouldn't say it's as barefoot as maybe a 50 or a Mercurial, but like you still get this kind of responsive touch on the ball. The upper is like very like tacky, so you still feel a bit of grip when you're dribbling. It's not like aggressive grip like on a Predator or Phantom, but like there is a bit of grip there. Nothing super, but I'm actually very impressed with how these boots feel. Like from a comfort point of view, that's probably the most impressive thing when it comes to speed boots. Sometimes we have to compromise comfort for responsiveness. In this case, I just have got like a perfect balance, and I've not even run in these yet. So when I start running in these and seeing how they really feel, that's when I really know and give a good impression on how the boot performs. But yeah, that's been it for the video, guys. Hopefully I can get the review done within the next few weeks, so be on the lookout for that. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel, like the video. My name is Sub. This has been Subs on Football. Thank you. Peace out.